Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to House and Garden Flip episode 122. We're going to go in and do our final flip today, hopefully, or our final patch of the garden, not the final flip. Apparently, tall cubic garden pots are part of a modern garden setup. I can't quite get them to work, but there you go. Straight over to our boring house, which looks a lot less boring than it did when we started. What's his face down in the bottom there? Raphael Oko says he could use a big bedroom. All right, this is our front garden. We're going for an American garden, so we've used low growing conifers, but we've used a variation in height and texture, probably not as much of a variation as I should have. This is our pool area and relaxation. We've got a couple of umbrella and bits and bobs over here. Again, we've kept the conifers and we've kept the same style of lights to just give some continuity throughout the garden. This is our children's area. The flowers are probably not a great choice for this, but we have put down some sports surfaces to provide them with something apart from grass. The whole thing is we want a low maintenance garden. So we also have a cubby house and some bits and bobs. We have 3 critters for so the kids can have races, and we have the whirligig, which will no doubt create interesting times for everyone involved. So this is our final area. We are going to turn it into I keep forgetting what it is, a barbecue area. So we're going to put a bit of a pavilion in here, or I think you guys call it gee, my brain is really civvy today. Okay, so we're going to start with, that's right, I'm just reacquainting myself with the space. So we're going to start with the path. We are probably going to use gravel around the edges, and we're going to use that sort of tile in the center. So we will go with that to start with. I'm not sure if it will remember that we bought it. Yes, it does. That's excellent. It only has a limited space there, so it's not always guaranteed. Let's back it up. We want at least one garden brick's worth of space between the fence line and the center. So what I'm going to do is just grab this and drag it all the way through, because the other thing I'm going to want to do is put something in here. So we're just going to go back this way and just pull that to there. I'm just going to bring that out by 1 garden width as well. There we go. All right, so this will give us our dimensions for our thing. Just drag that in. Yep, so that is probably where we're going to run this down. Now I don't know how well this is going to match up at the other end, so I'm just going to do a quick rundown to see what alterations I need to make. And we're going to do the framework for our patio or our barbecue area first. Having that same bit of dodginess that I had last time with the... It's okay. We are going to try with a probably a 50 centimeter by 100 centimeter slab, hopefully with a border. Actually, if I remember rightly, it didn't do that, did it? We can but live in hope. All right, worst case, it's 100 by 25. Let's just make our lives a little bit easier by going to paving slabs. There we go. Now we've cut all the clutter out. So there's a 100 by 25. I'm thinking that didn't come with a curb, did it? Okay, so let's go with the curbless, and we'll see how we go with this space. Oh, that's why I wanted a curb. Okay, it is the right size. We're going to go with a curb, but we're going to make it a 25 centimeter wide, because what we want is, because it's on the outer edge, we want that bottom bit of a border. So we're just going to mesh those together. It's not quite perfect, but it will do. And we will probably, I think I'm going to have to put that bang smack in the middle, because I don't think I'm going to fit two of them, is my thought. Yeah, no, so I'm not going to fit two of those there. I'm going to have to put up with a slightly dodgy gap. Not happy, but that's okay, we'll manage. Let's go with our, back to our main paver. Actually, I am going to have to just take out that paver, aren't I? Okay, hang on a minute. Let's just deal. And actually, we might as well take that one out. I've just had a thought we could make our lives a ton easier by just bringing in the bigger slabs, now that we kind of know where we want to go with them. Alrighty. And maybe we can get away with a curbless piece in that center there. Right, there's our space there. So just getting the spacing right for the outside. And then we're going to fill the inside up. So this is pretty much the, when you're building a house with House Flipper, you'll find that when you do the flooring, you can just get this one size fits all kind of flooring that you can shape. But when you're outside doing the paving, you've got to, yeah, sometimes get a bit creative. We can actually thicken or thin that garden bed out if we like, by putting in a row of 25 by 100 centimeter slabs along and just extending this part of the garden area out. So this part of the paved area out by a little bit. What I didn't do was measure exactly how this was going to fit. There we go. But it does fit, so we're good. Oops. Hopefully your steering is a lot less dodgy than mine is. But then again, you've all seen me drive a mower, so you know what you're in for. It's not pretty. So, I mean, nothing says low maintenance than more than burying your grass under concrete. And away we go. Alrighty, just about ready. Excellent. So I can do one of two things here. I can reflect what's going on in the front garden by putting the light coloured, what do you call those? The light coloured gravel around the outside here, and then switching to this darker coloured gravel around the inside, which I actually think I might have a bit of a shot at that. The only thing is I'm going to have to put something in the middle here to separate it. And I'm not sure what I want to do that with. So actually we might do that with a plant. So what we'll do first is we'll grab our surfaces and we'll grab our stone. Actually, no, we won't. We'll be really lazy and go down here. We'll grab our stone aggregate. We were sticking with the original color, if I remember correctly, because I think everything else was too dark. Yep, that's exactly what we were doing. We only have one option, and that is to buy many. Alrighty, we are standing dead center, so if we move straight up that way, whatever line we lay here should be in the middle. Now, it probably doesn't matter how smooth you make that line, except maybe to you, because once we put a plant on top of it, you're not gonna see it. But oh yeah, that's right. I was going to put down a paver in there, wasn't I? Let's see if we can get one of these in. I didn't like my chances, but we'll see. Ooh. Alright, well, you never know your luck in a big city. And that looks... Just don't look too closely at the rest of it, we're fine. Alrighty, and back to our two-tone gravel. I was going to go with the sawdust and put down bushes and whatnot, but I'm actually going to just go with this. So it's kind of like a cross between a modern garden and a American garden. Just trying to remember, one of the previous American gardens that that I saw had deciduous bushes in it as well. But they're not very low maintenance, so we might leave those out. Just going to make sure that the two lots of gravel meet up in the middle. There we go, all pretty. Let's go for our single colour gravel. Should still be down the bottom. I think we went for a light yellow. I could be wrong, we might have gone for a white. Let's just double check this. Yep, okay, I was wrong, we went for a white. My bad. I think I thought about light yellow and then just thought it was a little bit duller than I wanted it to be. So we'll just zoosh up this way and zoosh to the center. Line it up and away we go. Oops. No, right. Oh, whoops. Okay. Anyway, there we go. We now have our gravel down. That was relatively painless. Except I'm now a little off center. I'm not even going to look. That would be bad. Okay. If I recall correctly, the only coniferous shrubs that fitted were these brachiate spreadings. And they were the only ones small enough to fit in these spaces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remember to put my slightly taller pencil pine things in. So we'll put that one there. And we were doing a 2-for-1 kind of deal, weren't we? So we'll just pop them in all along and then I'll just take them out as I need to. This is the expensive way of doing it, but okay. Actually, we've got a nice big space there. We might try putting one of our slightly bigger shrubs in. Maybe not one of these, but one of those guys. I should be able to fit in that space. Let's check it. So it was an irregular because the dwarf is the biggest one there, and I think, let me just go outside and compare them. That's not the right shrub. I know I can't remember which particular shrub I chose, but I am going to try and match it. So not that one. Let's go back up to the top in case I just went. Pretty sure it wasn't that one. Okay, I would be wrong. We know which one we need now. So we'll just go this way. We grab that top one. We're going to put you know what, I might just put one there, and I might just put one here. Yeah, and we're going to put a pine in the corner. So what I'll do is I'll just grab this little fella and shift him over just a tad. Okay, that's that. Let's go back to our brachiate spreading. Not that one. Get it right. There we go. Well, if I wanted to, I could crowd another one in there, but I won't. Let's just toddle this way. I need a space for the taller pine. I need to pivot these sideways so they sit along the fence line. I'm just going to have a bit of a oh no, I'm not, because I can't. Okay. Grab that one there. And I'll just stick that one there. We're not actually just having these down the side. Actually, that's really interesting. Can I fit these big fellas down here? Let's check it. Ooh, I can. Alright, So I want to kind of do big, little, big. That kind of changes what I want to do here. Yes, it does. Okay. Just going to grab, actually that was silly, I should have just moved it. I'll just pop this fella here. Alrighty, now 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So basically if I put, where is it? Okay, we will need to find this one. So plants, conifers, and I want the small coniferous shrub in the column cut. I think I just stuck with the main one. I'm going to put that there, and we're going to put that there, and then we're going to run all the way down here. I already have 2 of those there. Why don't I just put the smaller dudes in? So grab these ones, and we'll just put this one, pivot him, and he can sit like there. Put that one down there. Then we'll just go back to these guys. So what I'm trying to do is provide a little bit of a contrast in height and shape. Apparently that's important in a garden, I don't know. I don't think he's really needed there, is he? Just grab this guy. Yeah, okay, we will do that. I was thinking I might need to put some, maybe the little ones in, but we're going to put these guys in because they're going to provide a point of continuity. So, next thing we need to do is take some of these ones out. So thinking, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could go 1, 2. I could go 1. Yep, let's do that. So we're going to grab that one, and we're going to grab that one, which should leave me 2 in the middle. So it'll give me a semi kind of balance point and make it even. Put that there, and then we're going to just go up here and do much the same. This one, only we're going to do 2 in. Yep, that will work. So we can balance it by going 1, 2, bang. And then what we'll do is we'll grab these guys and just put that in there. Okay, so now these are ready to go in. We might just run around like mad chickens and put them in. I do need one of those skinny shrubs up in the corner here. It looks a bit odd to me, but okay, it does need to be there. Let's just grab all of these. Well, this is a more efficient way of doing it. I just happen to like doing it this way. There's nothing wrong with putting in each plant individually. I just like to do things in batches. So we'll very quickly get these guys in. I was hoping to finish this section while there was still daylight, but I can see the lights already fading. So this looks like another one of those areas I'll be photographing in the dark. We are going to put the little lights in as well. I should probably have put some lights in the children's area, come to think of it. But so these plants are planted close enough together that we should be able to get that extra water effect happening. when we're watering them in. Right. Oops, that was one tap too many. Never mind. No, that was one tap too few. Just occasionally you'll miss a shovel. Or in my case, not so occasionally. That might have been 3 for the taller plants. Yeah, looks like I just missed one extra dig on each one of them. Taller plants are 3 digs and the smaller plants are 2 digs. The shorter plants are 2 digs. So that's all good. Let's get going with burying our plants in the best possible way. You'll see in the mini map that they're all still red. That's because I haven't watered them in yet. So once we get this part done, we can put in the gazebo, which is the word I was trying to find before and just couldn't. So we're going to put in the gazebo, we're going to put in a dining setting and a barbecue, and that will be the end of this area. Oh, as soon as we also put the lights in. So that will get this section done, and we might go to auction today at that point. Put it through on the garden contest and just see how we go. All right, I think these two are far enough away that they won't affect each other. Yeah. Sometimes, as you saw there, you can get plants when they're close enough together, or sometimes mean you don't need to water them individually. So for instance, these 3 are good. These 2 are just a tad too far apart. But it's really good for just keeping the amount of time you spend having to water things in down to a minimum. If you've got things planted close together, just watering them, the center one, and getting the other 2 on either side. So that one. Aha, I haven't dug these in. Completely forgot them, poor things. So looking in my mini map, I could see I had these 2 red dots, and that was these 2 that I had forgotten to plant last time. And some of your clients will be upset if you don't plant their plants and just lay them out instead. Some of them would probably be happy because then they get to do them themselves. Alright, so that's got that area looking a little bit friendlier. We're going to throw in some lights while we can, which means we need decorations, we need lamps, and we're going for the Oriental solar lamp in the green. we're going to try and balance out our light capacity here. Just remember to turn it on as we go. Oh, fine. I'll just wander around and hit them back on in one hit. It'll make it easier. Pines kind of make it easy to work out where to place them because they give us the space we require. That one's going to have to be moved back into the garden. So's that one. Honestly, a license to light, really? There we go. Yeah, it kind of looks a bit more like a, let's just move that one into the garden, not where we had it. There we are. Turn it on and it's nearly there. Just same with that one. It really needs to be in on the gravel. Okay, technically it doesn't need to be in on the gravel. I just prefer it there because it looks a bit better. Right, so now you've got this space where you're looking out into the next section of the garden. And you've got this whole space which is kind of a little bit lit up. So phase 2. We want to leave this patch here a little bit open, maybe put some individual dining areas in. We're going to try and center the gazebo about here. So let's go with architecture, constructions. You don't want to put a traditional kind of thing in. Louisa's kind of pretty, the Atrant's kind of practical. The price difference is pretty clear. The simple tent, given our clients are a young family starting out, might be the best we could do for them. So maybe have a look at that. The only problem I have with it is the colours don't align with the colours that I've chosen, so we'll dump that one. Have a look at this one. It has the same problem. I'm looking for yellow. I'm not going to get it with any of these, am I? Alrighty, so what we're going to do then is we're going to line it up with the kids' colours. And I might use red. We might put in... So you want a relaxing area, not something that's going to light your life on fire. Let's have a look at that. So I think that's too much of a contrast with the tiles. Let's have a look at that one. That's just too much red. Let's have a look at the grey. Oh yeah, no, way too somber. Alright, I can live with the white. So what we're going to do is we're going to put... I could probably fit 2 in here. Let's just see if 2 would do. It's kind of cool. It's not quite centered. So I basically want to move this. I think to there. And we're going to do the same for this one, just move it over about that much. Alright, I'm not going to fiddle with that too much further. Let's grab our tables. It's for family gatherings. Maybe they have a large family. Let's check out our furniture. We're going to go with table. So we really want a kid's space and an adult space because the little rugrats probably need an easier spot to sit in. I'm just going to see if there's a low table. I mean, the glass table Desica is quite small, but it's kind of more sophisticated than I want. The Anater, the Alvar. What's the Empire like? That would be a menace to keep clean, but let's have a look at it. All right. You know what? I think I can live with that. We'll find out in a minute if I can or not, but it'll do. Let's go with chairs. See if there's an Alvar chair. Armchair poof. Alrighty, so go with chairs and see what we can get that might fit. See poof, Tinto, plastic, Gertrude, Platt. There's your poof, Alvar. It's just asking for trouble with kids, really, isn't it? Let me just have a quick look at what I decided for the sun chairs, and we'll match those across. We definitely need to put lights in the kids area, I think. Alright, right, I took the coward's way out and chose nothing for the sun chairs. I see. Well, that's a pain. Fine. Let's go with the kids section can have the little low poof things. Just do 4 of these. Alright, and then what we'll do is we'll go with the adult section can have maybe the more comfortable chairs. So the poof Alvar was quite good. Double poof Sammy. That's right, it was a sofa or an armchair, wasn't it? Armchair. Let's have a look at... Not sure I like that. Alright, it kind of looks a little bit more grown up than the others though. So what we're going to do is we're going to just pivot that, and so that no one's sitting with their back to the gate, hopefully. Oh fine, so one of those will end up sitting with their back to the gate, that's okay. Just pop that in there. Worse is they're sitting with their back to the children, which is not something recommended. That one's out in the sun. We might just move that back a little bit. Yeah, let's just grab this and move it. It may not let me now. Okay, fine. We won't mess with it. It will stay that way. Last but not least, let's pop in a barbecue area. Something tells me I should have put the kids area away from the barbecue, but never mind. Let's pop him in the corner. We will go with recreation, if I recall correctly. And you have your grill vangle. So we'll pop the grill vangle over here in the corner. I'm going to put it here rather than by the gate because hopefully that will reduce your child traffic, and there will be fewer children running past to bang their heads on it or knock trays over or, you know, kid stuff. I am going to just stick with that because it will match the it will basically match the grill itself, which is more important at the moment. Let's just duck back this way. Okay, it'll match it as much as I can get it. That will be fine. We have table and chairs. I could put cutlery on there, but I won't. Let's just have a quick look. Alright, we have a simple garden space. Pretty sure that barbecue is not going to serve everybody, but it will do for now. You know what? I think we might actually be done. Just see if I can't get some kind of a shot of that space that looks halfway decent. Yeah, not liking my chances. Alright, we'll go this way. Back it up. And that's that. So I'm thinking this is our house. We have... Oh, I forgot the lights. we will just very quickly put some lights into the kids area so they're not falling off things, into things, over things. Get that through. We'll just dump them in along here if we can. It's really dodgy at the moment. Just going to stand in the garden and see if I can just get them to come along this way. This is probably way too many lights for this small space. And if you're standing right on top of your lights, you may have trouble getting them in. So you just got to work patiently. When there's a lot of little items in the way, you'll also have trouble getting things in. So that's okay. Just wriggle around till you can get there. Eventually it'll go right. Something tells me that's a really bad spot for light. We might just move that roundabout a little bit out away from the fence, if we can. I mean, I'm already seeing disasters from kids with barbecue sausages and ice cream and soft drink, but they'll have a lot of fun while creating their disasters. So I guess that will be fine. Okay, I thank God for that. Let's just grab this beastie and we'll just move him out just a little bit. There we go. Now we've still got our path to the gate. Yep, that will be fine. Let's just tap these on. Now it's like a fairy wonderland, at least along this part of the fence. Oh, that's way too many. Try not to sell something I regret. We need to put a couple of lights in here. Or a couple of dozen, it all depends on how many I can manage. Tap that one on. We'll tap this one on over here. And I'm thinking that someone needs to supervise the crayons and they're going to need to see things to do it. So I'm just going to quietly pop that one in the corner. And we might pop this one over here if we can get it to find its own little place in the garden. Just back it up. There we go. Alrighty. I'm really not fond of that light being just there, actually. But I can't think of a better place for it, so we'll do that. Thinking we probably need to light up this corner over here. There we go. And that might be where we leave it. Okay, the cubby does need a little bit more light near it. You know what, you could quite conceivably put a light here. I can just see a kid totaling it though as they ran past. So I'm not sure it's a great idea. Okay, it's just not going to operate. Alright, that light's not going anywhere. We'll just zap that one. Alright, so pretty much we have our children playing here. And we were going inside for the last minute tour to make sure nothing untoward has happened. We have our bathroom. We have our children's room. We have our very odd little corridor. A second guest bathroom. Moving through, we have our foyer. with the sunflowers. I hope they like flowers. Downstairs we have the purple bedroom. It's growing on me, a little bit like a fungus, but it's actually getting there. And you'll notice that the walls which I had painted, all right, we're going to slap a coat of paint on these again, and then we'll sell it, because at the moment they'll count as unpainted and we don't want that to happen. So let's just grab, what paint was it? We were using Dirty Pink. So I have painted those walls about 3 times now, and I was a little concerned that they would unpaint themselves, and they have. So let's just fix that. And that way this won't affect our house price, because it'll at least remain for the auction. So yeah, it's the other reason why you want to do a walkthrough. Just occasionally the game will get a bit funny. And its sense of humor won't match your own, so we can fix it. Alrighty, make sure you don't leave any dirty shoe marks on the bed as you're bouncing around to paint the walls in a last minute repair job. So we have rugs for the Jantarts. We have lighter walls for for all of them basically. I did try the red walls to attract Jimmy Trader, but it didn't work as a lure. So there's a few other things I've got to work out for him. There we go. I'm not a big fan of purple or pink, so it does me good, I guess, to do something I'm not really fond of. I love my magic paintbrush that can reach behind cupboards. I'm not going to try and fight with the stairwell for this. I'm just going to go upstairs and just work my way around. So basically the colours on the wall will give you 2 zones. You'll descend from the more austere silver grey. Oh gosh. Alright, the Jantarts are being sarcastic about a clean home, which basically means my paint can has become rubbish. And you know, I don't see why they can't just say what they mean. What's a clean home? Wait a minute, you're having a shot at me, aren't you? Yes, yes you are. Alrighty, we now have a fully painted home. I wasn't going crazy last time. I thought I'd painted it and it had turned to brick. So we might as well start in here, I guess, because just in case it unpaints itself. We are going to go with enter, submit for a garden contest. We are going for the American garden. We have gazebos, patios, barbecue spots, swimming pools, sun chairs, and extra bits and bobs. Let's see how we went with that. Okay, we went good with that. So plant selection was all good, equipment was all good, and the layout was okay too. Phew, that's pretty good. And we've increased our house value by 50%. So there we go. New record, huh? We are going to put it up for auction. Giorgio, 124. These are the guys that are really impressed. Giorgio hates kitchens. Oh, I really want to see what Jimmy actually had to say. So when they finish scrolling down, all right, we didn't quite double it. Actually, we didn't come near doubling it, so that's not bad. Let's just go down to Jimmy and we'll see what we did wrong. Okay, he doesn't like 2 bedrooms. He hates kids stuff, and the living room's too small. Chicks like expensive house equipment. So I didn't put expensive house equipment in. Okay, I didn't put it in and he wants it. So next time we'll try with some more expensive house equipment for him. He's completely ignoring the double bed in the basement, so that's fine. So next time we want to give him a double bed, expensive house equipment, a large living room, no kids stuff, and 1 bedroom. But everything else he was pretty good with. So this will be our target buyer until I can nail him down. Pretty much. Chang Chua is, he only wanted 1 bedroom and he wanted to have a place to study, and this place has no place to study, so that's fine. So those are the things I need to fix for him as well. You've offended the honor of my masculinity. Please tell me why these toys are here. I don't understand. That's okay. It wasn't your house, Raphael. So we will negotiate their bid. They'll probably laugh at us because their bid's is lower. But we'll go ask them for half of what we could. And we'll just see how we go with that. They may laugh at us or say no. Or they might accept it. That is very cool. There you go. We have managed to sell again to the Sloth family. We shall accept their offer. Alrighty, flowers suit well in a utility garden. So your veggie patch, marigolds have a home there. Okay, so next session, we might just buy a couple of houses while we're here. Next session, we could either go into the house that is hiding something. We can go for the old house with the bunker, or we can go for Pink Kingdom. Or let's have a look and see what we've got. We've got 382, so it's probably enough for at least one. It's enough for two, so we might just buy the next two on the list. We shall buy our uncle's house and stay. And we'll play chicken. We will buy the uninhabited house as well, just because we can. And we'll stay. So those will be the two houses that we do. Actually, I can't remember flipping the uninhabited house, so that could be interesting. All right. The only other thing we've got in our mail is we have a sauna and property development, which would take 1, maybe 2 sessions to complete. And I don't know about All Out. Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't remember doing that one, so that will be interesting to do as well. So what we might do next time is go back into my browser, is we might flip the house that is hiding something, just work our way up through the houses and see what we get for that. I am happy to stick with almost only a garden as the office house because it means we get to play with everything else. And that's that. We will start our flip on the house that is hiding something. Until then, stay safe. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. And if you like the episode, please hit like. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. If you have a house you really want to see me flip, please drop it in the chat or drop it in the comments. If you want me to if you have a client you want to see me try and flip a house for, I won't guarantee I'll be successful, but please also drop that in the comments. And if I get comments on a client, I will attempt to flip that house, the next house for them. So anyway, thanks for hanging with me, and I will see you around. See you all tomorrow. Take care out there.